So I hear you're looking to get more subscribers and views on your FPV drone video channel. Well, stick around. We're going to talk about 12 ways to do that. Hey, what's up everybody? My name is Lee and welcome to Adventure FPV. So I am not some sort of YouTube expert or some sort of influencer, but I started posting 11 months ago to my channel and I've already grown almost 2,000 subscribers. I have 130,000 views on the channel and I'm now monetized. So I've took a couple tips that I learned along the way, applied them to this channel, and it's been pretty successful. I have other YouTube channels just for fun, but this channel really started to grow, so I'm very happy about that. I'm gonna share some of those tips with you now. All right, so tip number one is to create quality content. And what I mean by that is, do the best you can with the type of content that you're creating. So if you're just putting out flight videos, make sure you color grade it, stabilize it, and do all that. Now, if it's just flight videos, you're probably gonna see that you're only getting 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 views on these videos, depending on your channel and the size and how long you've been around. But you know, if you really wanna engage with the community, add a little bit extra to these. Either add a voiceover and talk, or film yourself on site at the location before you do the flight. Engage people a little bit with your face, because that's what people wanna see. They wanna connect with you as a creator. Okay, tip number two is also very important. This is the type of content that you're creating. If you're only creating flight videos and that's all you're putting out, your channel is gonna grow very, very, very slow. You're gonna notice that not a lot of return viewers are coming, you're not gonna get a lot of new subscribers. So honestly, what people are looking for when they come to YouTube is information. So you need to start mixing in some informational stuff. I know you're smart, you fly drones, there's a lot to this, so you know, you need to use some of that information. Something that may seem basic to you is not basic to a beginner. So maybe show the process of how you're charging your battery. Show how you're setting up your radio. That kind of information is what's going to gain you subscribers and get more views. It makes you searchable and it puts you into the algorithm. All right, tip three is some sort of upload schedule. Now, I'm not saying you have to upload all the time, but if you're not uploading for a month and then you put out a video, don't expect it to go crazy. From what I understand, YouTube will reward you based on if you had 100 views this week, they're gonna show you to 1,000 people next week through impressions. So, you know, if you have a video that gets a lot of views and then you don't do anything for a month, you've lost out on a lot of that. I upload maybe sometimes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times a week. Most of the time I upload once or twice a week. So, you know, it's up to you. You gotta fit it into your schedule and grow at your own pace. Tip number four is one of the most important: thumbnails and titles. If YouTube does start to recommend your video, how are people gonna know to click on it? Well, your thumbnail and your title. That's all they're gonna have to base it on. So you wanna make sure that it's very accurate to what's happening in the video, and you wanna make sure that the thumbnail matches your title in some way, shape, or form. Now, I've heard that if you are working on your thumbnail for 10 minutes right now, you should spend 20 minutes the next time. And now that doesn't mean make it complicated and complex. That just means put more thought into it, spend more time on it, because thumbnails are very, very important and engaging to get people to click on your video. All right, tip number five is one that I know a lot of people aren't gonna wanna hear, but it's using social platforms: Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. If you use these types of platforms, you're gonna be able to connect with more people, share your content to people who wouldn't normally find you on YouTube, and that's very important. Now, I'm not really a social media person myself, but honestly, when I started this channel, I started social media platforms so I could help grow. I also do this as a business, so I want to reach as many people as I can to see if I can drum up business through this channel. And almost every time I create a video on YouTube, I will share it on a corresponding group. For instance, if I make a Cinewhoop video, I will put it into Cinewhoop groups on all those different social media platforms, and it really helps bring new people to my channel that I wouldn't have. All right, now tip number six is to engage with the community. And what I mean by that is there are lots of FPV drone video channels out there, and there's probably one that fits your sub niche. If you're into doing crazy flippy floppies and bang bangs, cool. If you like cinematic, great. Find people who are doing something similar to what you are and maybe at a similar skill level as you and just a little bit above you. Start connecting with them. Write them messages, leave them comments, and you will start to gain a community based just in the comment section. You'll find that people are gonna come to you because, oh, hey, I found you on this comment section. I have the same question. So start engaging with the community in similar channels to yours. And if you're already doing this, do it 5 times more than you're doing it now. If you're commenting on 1 or 2 videos a day, make it a goal to comment on 10 every day. All right, tip number 7 is to link your video content. And what I mean by that is If you have a video about Cinewhoops, mention that you have another video about the best settings on your GoPro when using a Cinewhoop. If you have 2 videos or 3 videos or 4 videos where you can interlink, that's a great way to get people to stay within your community and want to come back and see more of what you have to offer. All right, tip number 8 is to create a video series. I recently created a video series on GyroFlow. You can watch that right here. You see what I did? See that? So if you do a video series, you can break it up into parts. And the great part about that is maybe someone's only interested in this part or that part, and your videos can be found through the algorithm, and then the person who's watching the video about the RunCam GyroFlow, well, hey, he also has a video about Real Steady Go versus GyroFlow, and it'll bring them to that other video. So linking your videos together is a great way, but also creating a series is a wonderful way to bring people back to your channel. All right, tip number 9 is to respond to comments. If you post a video, within the first hour, you should be engaging with the people who are leaving comments for you. I've seen videos before where you go and click on it and there are people who've asked questions 3 weeks ago and no one ever responded. So, what you wanna do is be engaged with the community in the first hour or so. Pin a comment. Leave a heart, respond back if they have questions, or just tell them thanks. And then you can circle back, in 24 hours or so and fill out the rest if you have more comments. But engaging right away shows the algorithm that you are engaged with your community. All right, tip number 10 is to stay within your niche. So if you have an FPV drone video channel, don't be posting videos from your daughter's softball game. Don't do it, it's gonna mess up with the algorithm. Start a new channel. I have multiple channels. I have a family channel, I have a drone video channel, I have a business channel, I have a fun film channel that I just do random stuff on. I'm not trying to grow those channels, but I am separating them. So don't be posting things that have nothing to do with your niche, because you might bring in people from the softball crowd and then they're never gonna watch any of your other videos again because they're all about drones. That will hurt your return users, so let's not do that. The most successful channels on YouTube are about a niche or a sub-niche of that niche. So if you're into FPV drones, but you're into cinematic FPV drones, you're really gonna bring in a crowd. It's gonna be easier to target those people who are looking for that type of content. All right, tip number 11 is asking your viewers to return. Now, whether that be through a video series or just at the end of your video, you say, hey, why don't you guys come back if you like my content? I have lots of stuff like this. You might be interested in other stuff. Don't be afraid to ask your users to subscribe. Now, I think that's kind of a mixed bag. Some people say don't ask for subscribers, but I think if you're under a certain threshold of subscribers, maybe if you're under 10,000, you're under 100,000, whatever you feel comfortable with, ask people to come back, because let them know that this is a community and you have lots of other stuff that you could offer them and you would love their support. So I don't think there's anything wrong with that. All right, and tip number 12 is use your analytic data. There is so much great analytic data on YouTube about return users. There's time of day when people are most likely to watch your video. You can schedule your video based on when people are watching. You can also see other channels that your viewers are watching, and it gives you even a list of some of their videos. So you can say, okay, they're into this kind of video or that. Maybe you can make a video on that topic as well. There is so much value in your analytical data. I'm not even gonna get into it here. If you wanna know more about how to read into your analytics, just search it on YouTube. You're gonna find a great video about how to use that data to your benefit. Now, this was not an exhaustive list by any means about how to grow your channel. These are literally just some of the things that I do to grow my channel and to get people to come back, and I just wanted to share that with you. You guys said on the post that I gave you that you were interested in gaining more subscribers or at least a few more views, so these are the ways that I do it. It may not be the best way, but it's definitely working for me so far, and I hope you guys are able to grow your channels as well. If you have any other techniques that you use to grow your channel, I would love to hear about it, and I'm sure everybody else would too. So please drop a comment down below with the techniques that you use to help grow your channel. All right, and you knew this was coming. If you like this video, please leave a thumbs up, leave a comment if you have a question, and please consider subscribing to my channel if you like my content. Thank you for sticking around till the end of the video, and we will see you in the next one.